hair wouldn't grow. They would cut it really short. A lot of my...
So you're dealing with every time you would goes back and forth.
Yes. And then they're like, oh, you have different textures in your hair, so it's kind of hard to like understand it. And they would try to make it straight or wavy. And I'm like, I just want it to be long and big. I want to look like a little mermaid out here.
I mean, you're getting there if you're not there already.
Thanks. And then from there, I was just like, okay, I guess I'm going to have to cut my own hair. So I've been doing my own hair since then.
Well, that explains a little bit, because you don't look like somebody who has not had a haircut since then at all. You walked up and I was like, it was great. This will just be fun for me. I mean, I don't need to make you look better. I can clean some stuff up for you, but we're going to get into like if there's any things that you wish you had more of, or like whatever, like, you know, the detailing, like we'll dial that in. But I just think that's such an interesting conversation that is the case that you have to deal with. And I think a lot of people still have to deal with, right? Yeah, it's just been too many like bad experiences, and my hair just would not grow. Like, I don't know. And like my culture is called like buena mano. And that means like certain, like a good hand. So like certain people that you go to, your hair will grow. And then other people, I don't know, they're not putting their little good energy into it. Maybe, I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah. So I was just like, okay, but it was working for me. And like, I'm like the type of girl, I'm like, okay, this is getting boring. Boom, I'm gonna chop it to my shoulder. So
you can have a mood and get it done real quick.
Yeah, but
that's the fun thing about hair.
Yeah, but I really want it to be long now.
And we want that to be your decision, not the stylist behind you when you're trying to keep it long. I get that.
Exactly.
So, what we cannot have today is us taking it too short.
Yeah.
So let's just determine that right out the gate.
Okay.
Length. When was the last time you dusted it up?
I did like a mini trim maybe in like May.
Okay, so it's been a little bit. So you're definitely like due to at least tap on a little bit.
Yeah.
I just want to bring your attention to, and I'm bringing your attention there for the sake of conversation. I would need you to know I actually like a level of this.
Okay.
You see it? I mean, it is what it is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But you see how this gets a little bit lighter, a little more see-through than the rest here? What's happening is you're getting some breakage right around at this point. And we'll get into why. Maybe we can find out something very, very obvious, like, oh, I can stop doing that. Great.
Okay.
Then ideally, the next time you are down here, if that fullness is a goal of yours, you can have it. So that would be ideal. But what I'm wondering is when you look at it, are you going, I don't like that? Are you wanting me to clean that up? Do you like that vibe? No, I don't.
I see it too. Like, okay. And that's what usually happens every time I try to grow out my hair. I get to like this point and then it starts getting thin.
But that's a great observation. I'm so glad that you are aware of it, because that brings us to a pretty solid theory that you're breaking at around that point. Some isn't, and if I had to guess, it's this stuff that's making its way all the way down and will continue to do so. But it's the other stuff that's winding up, breaking off around here, leaving you thinner than you would like to be. You have plenty of hair. Your individual hair, I would say, is maybe like slightly on the finer side, but you have plenty of it. So you can have visible density here if we can get this to stop breaking there. So let's jump into the conversation as to why that might be happening. And I think if we can find that, you just keep being awesome. Are you... Here's my whole thing. I could kind of fast forward it for you, and then we can work backwards. Yeah. Do you sleep with your hair wet? Are you putting a bunch of oils in there? Are you blow drying it straight, flat ironing it, and all that stuff? Okay. Yes, I do sleep with my hair wet. There's been so many times where I want to wash my day away, but then I just don't have enough time to let my hair air dry. My hair can take a really long time to dry. To air dry? Yeah. So I'm like, okay, like... I'll just sleep. Yeah. And then I do a whole bunch of different styles. So like I'm a creative, I do flowers, I'm a model, I'm a private chef. So I'm always having my hair up in slick back buns, like braids that go down to my knees, like any like little fun stuff that I can do with my hair, I'm gonna do. Straightening wise, I may straighten my hair maybe once a year. Okay.
Because I'm like, I don't know if you felt my head, but I sweat like this in my head. So straightening my hair always, it can look cute for the hour, but
And then it
once
just gets a little too weighed
goes
down.
away.
Gotcha.
And I have really frizzy hair, especially like on the crown part. Like this part is so much more frizzy than I would say this part. Like I feel like I got two different heads on my hair.
You do have different curl patterns for sure. We can see that this is a little bit looser than this up here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Frizzy, maybe. But I'm thinking it might be because of something. The sleeping with it wet is something that I'm kind of like, now I gotta ask how often does that happen? Because if you told me that's like twice a year, I'm gonna be like, probably not a thing. But if that's a regular state,
Yeah.
that you're okay.
I have. Yeah.
Okay, so that's item one. Then let's jump on that. So your hair is a sponge, right? Like anything, pretty much. But when that fills up with water, it expands. That's fine. It's meant to, as long as it can start allowing that water or whatever else to start evaporating, so that sponge, that outer layer, can come back down. When you have your hair wet and you go into a dark room, so there's less light, so there's less evaporation. It's typically colder, so there's less evaporation. There's no movement, so there's less evaporation, and you got it stacked. So that moisture can't get out anyways. That cuticle, that outer layer that is so critical to your hair, is staying stretched out. So I really like this jacket, but if me and you pull on these sleeves,
Yeah, it's just gonna.
It might be okay if we and then let it go. I mean, we put a t-shirt over, it's got to slip over your head. That's fine. But if we hold that top for that long, you do that once, twice. It's that reactivity that it's supposed to have, that ability to come back is gone. So now it's taxed to death. And so now it's brittle. And so therefore it breaks, which gives us damage. I really would love for the industry, and even I'm guilty of it because of how much the word gets thrown around. Frizz is a texture. Damage is damage. But a lot of people have really incredible, absolutely healthy frizzy hair, and it's my favorite. But so so I'm thinking overall, if that's the case, kind of imagine it's up, down, you toss it, turn it, or whatever when it's wet. Your hair also really important is it has 3 pillars of strength in total. When it's wet, you lose 2 of them. So now any little pull, any little whatever, there's more breakage on top of it. So that kind of taxing there, the 2 issues that we heard already is feeling like I got stuff going on up here. I can see it, but it's not because there's anything wrong with your hair, how it grows in.
Yeah.
It's what's happening to your hair. And this is the long-term result of it. So that's happening, and by the time it gets down here, again, you probably could be considered pretty resilient, but it's starting to break off around here, so you're getting too fine. So that's sleeping with it wet. So how do we change that? I don't mind you do your thing at night or whatever, but bust that diffuser out. Just knock with integrity. Don't blow it straight on me. But use that diffuser to get that moisture out. Here's a fun one too for sleeping with your hair wet. Do you ever deal with any scalp issues at all? Flakes, itchiness?
Scalps, maybe, because I do have eczema, and sometimes in certain months my scalp will act
I'm not saying that this is going to cure your eczema, but an irritant for that kind of stuff is sleeping with your hair wet. When I get out of the shower, on my scalp and on my beard, I have to get dry real fast. If I air dry, even if I just hit it with a towel real quick, because I'm not really worried about how it looks, I'm just kind of like whatever. That amount of moisture that's still sitting on my skin, I will be flaky. But if I just get it dry real quick, nothing. I'm good to go. So that would be a really great thing for you to be like, oh, this is awesome. For one, I know the new hair growing in won't deal with the same, stress and tax that this hair has. But also my scalp feels better. My eczema is set off less. It's triggered less. So that's sleeping with it wet. So what's the next one on our list? I was talking about straight up oils.
Yes, so I don't come from a lot of people in my family that have curly hair. They just have thick,
You're figuring
straight
it out on your own.
Yeah, and then my family members that do, they're usually men, and they just have it short, so they don't really worry about it.
What's the next one on our list? I was talking about straight up oils.
Yes, I don't come from a lot of people in my family that have curly hair. So I've always like put a whole bunch of oils and hair masks and products and Avita and custards and everything that you can put your mind on. I tried it. Mayonnaise, banana, all that.
All the stuff. Yeah. It sounds delicious.
Yeah. Right. I was trying to cook in my hair, and I think I just ended up burning her a little bit.
That was a little millennial to Gen Z sarcasm there.
We're meeting each other. Oh, you wait.
Cool, thank you. Okay, so there's more taxing going on there.
Yeah.
What does water not mix with?
Oil.
What does our hair need to be healthy?
Water.
Moisture. Hydration. When you've got too much product going on, even if it's clean product, even in the product that I like, there's oils in it, but it's formulated lightly. So it's not too much. Most of the stuff out there is very oil heavy because oil will weigh your frizz, your damage down.
Well, that's what's funny that you're saying that. I grew up with doing a whole bunch of oil stuff growing up because, again, my hair is not like my mom. She's like, this is frizzy. So that's what I've just kind of been doing. And instead of trying other things, I just kind of got heavier with the oils and the products.
Because the more you start to depend on that, the more you have to add to cover it up. And eventually it doesn't help anyway. It's just kind of like, well, it's just kind of sitting there being heavy and kind of drowned out. That's what I would quit that. We're going to show you what I like. It's super, super light. We're going to figure out how to get you different routines so you're not sleeping with it wet. Okay. Yeah, and then you're going to see your hair start to grow in.
Yeah.
Even with the damage that we have here, if you stop sleeping with it wet, by the time this hair gets down to here, you won't have as much breakage. You're still going to have some, but it won't be as much because this hair isn't as old as this. So the idea is that your hair lasts longer because it's taxed less. And how are we taxing it? Currently, it's sleeping with our hair wet, and so far, probably having too much oils and other stuff going onto and into our hair. So, and you already told me about the heat. You're not doing that.
I'm not much of a heat girl. I'll roll it the night before, if anything. I'm still like not over that. You're gonna be the first person to touch my hair in like 10 years. Like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling nice and safe and like.
I think we're in a solid spot to ask about the cut, right? Like, what do we want to do? Are you looking for? Because I mean, and there is no wrong answer here. First, you got to know. I think you look fucking dope.
Thanks.
I mean, you can do anything. Yeah, you got so much volume. Like you've got a lot of hair. I want to see if you do that amount of weight like coming through here. And if you want to be even longer, you can definitely have it. Yeah. So it's up to you on what we do today and what we don't do today.
Yeah, I definitely want to give my volume a shape.
Okay.
Because I feel like I just do trims. I don't know how to actually style my hair.
Okay.
I've just been playing it safe and then relying on my natural volume that my hair has. But I really want to play with like just the overall shape of my curls and like however it's cut, because like just how you're saying, I don't even know what my curl pattern is, if I'm being honest. Some days you want to be wavy, some days you want to be curly.
That sounds like curls to me. It's going to vary for sure, especially from environment to environment. I'm excited to do it for you.
Yeah, have fun.
If I was like, and I'm not, but this is just a kind of fun ask because it gives me a nice hard line of where not to cross. If I was like, hey, I need to move you up to a certain level, where would you be mad at me so that I can stay away from that line?
I mean, as long as you're not going like right here,
okay,
I'm not going to be too mad.
So
I see the breakage starts like, it's like right here.
Just because I cut it right there doesn't mean the breakage is going to stop. Because this hair has experienced what it's experienced. So it might grow back in looking a little bit similar, which is fine by me. But I don't want you to go like, oh, cut it so the problem's gone. What our mentality now, we are concerned with this hair. So that when this hair gets here and here and here, you won't even recognize this anymore. When you look back at this footage, you're going to be like, whoa, look how much my hair has changed. So that's the main goal. So we can have as much fun as we want with this. I want you to get in the right practices. That doesn't mean, I can continue to sleep with my hair wet because that's affecting the new growth. We need those habits to change. So you got to start there. But just know on the cut, I don't want you to think like, oh, well, I have to lose length so that the problem is gone. It doesn't, that is kind of the common basic thinking in the industry. It's like, oh, the damage is here. Let me cut it. Now my problems are over. They might be for the moment, but
it's going to grow right back the same.
It will wind up similar. So if you do enjoy, are you tangling crazy? Like, are your showers like miserable? Like the detangling process?
My hair will lock.
That's a different story then. That I don't want you to experience. And for that reason, not because of how it looks visibly, for that reason, I want to go in.
Okay.
Because the less you have there, the less you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to.
Yeah, and it gets if I like don't like brush my hair in like 2 days, this part of my hair this will become a whole lock.
Dang.
I love to think I know my hair, I know my curl, I know what I'm doing, but the whole time I just don't know, and I'm too scared to take a chance on someone else because I've had so many bad experiences.
I gotcha.
So I'm like, okay.
Well, are you nervous at all?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm very nervous.
I'm glad you told me because I want to drop this on you. I'm going to give you everything I've got. I'm not going to be moving fast. I'm going to be taking my time.
Okay.
We're not going to get into any territory that's like, she might have a hard time with this. I would rather take the scenic route with you as a new client to be like, here, let's get where we're trying to go so that you can be like, oh, okay, cool. He walked up to the line there and I'm comfortable. Maybe next time if we can push that or whatever. But nothing is going to happen today that you're like disappointed about having come. If anything, it'll be less.
Okay.